we've got coming up next. It is tag team action between the Monsters, Snare and Voodoo, against the team of Peace Lightning, Oliver Peace and Lightning Lewis Howley, and that is coming up now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the next contest is a tag team contest. I don't think you made enough noise. It's a tag team contest. Scheduled for one fall, one submission, or a knockout to decide the winning team. Introducing to you first, from parts unknown, Snare and the mysterious Voodoo, known as the Monsters.
And as the lights go down and we await a team from parts, dramatic emphasis, unknown. Well, what can we say? This is just going to be an interesting contest. Both
Snare and Voodoo, the Monsters!
And what a challenge Peace Lightning have got tonight.
Good luck, Mr. Mal Mason. Their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, coming from the other side of the rainbow, the team of Lightning Lewis Howley and Peace. Together they are Peace Lightning!
And it's fair to say the tone is about to change. As we await, and there he is, there's Oliver Peace and Lightning Lewis Howley. It is Peace Lightning, and it's a lot more high energy, a lot more happy, a lot more colourful than the two Monsters entrants that we just saw. The crowd are definitely more into this. The crowd definitely are a lot more lively now. They're out of that trance and now just enjoying the fact that Peace Lightning have made their appearance and have lightened the mood a bit. I say Lightning Lewis there. I mean, Lightning Lewis, he has a bit of a stature to him as well. He's a unique kid. He really got a lot of agility, a lot of speed. He's a fairly big person in his own right. And Oliver Peace, a very good tactician, very good technical wrestler. And it goes without saying tonight, they are both the fan favourites of Tamworth. I don't know what they must think about that. Apparently the crowd don't like the stench coming off of Voodoo. Voodoo, probably the most active he's been since he's actually got to the ring, has just left in a bit of a huff.
The bell hasn't rung, so you can't get anybody counted out at the moment. Oh, there he is. Voodoo's here.
And Voodoo once again has come back with some high energy.
Mr. Mason, it's over to you.
And is this match going to start? I think it's about to kick off. Here we go, bells rang, and we're on the way. And Oliver Peace orchestrating his own version of mind games with the body hygiene, shall we say, of Voodoo. Now it's Peace and Voodoo, and Peace is not the biggest of competitors. Voodoo just shrugging him off like a bad dream. Is these mind games really a good idea for Peace, or is it just going to get the monster that is Voodoo angry and frustrated and maybe even hurt him even more? And again, the strength of Voodoo just throwing off Oliver Peace. God, you've seen his mouth. It's got that green substance around it. I'm not sure if it's so much he smells so bad, but he certainly looks as ugly as a mother. Yeah, as we get back in this match, it locks up again. Big shoulder block there by Oliver Pease, although Voodoo there, just says no sell. Your card has expired. Off the ropes, Oliver Pease goes again, second time round, exact same result. Pin number has not gone through. Voodoo seems to be getting quite confident the fact that Oliver Pease can't get him on the floor. As there, that confidence is backfire. Oliver Pease stamps on the foot, ducks under. Oliver Pease goes for a high cross body, but there, Voodoo has caught him. Is it going to be some sort of fall-away slam? No, he goes over. Oliver Pease gets out, and big drop kick there by Pease, and another. 3 times a charm. Pease there, starting to get a bit of enthusiasm. He's got a bit of momentum there. Whips Voodoo off. Reversal. Oliver Pease now in the corner. Pease there as Voodoo came charging in. Pease got the boots up. Pease off the second rope. Goes for the crossbody again. Again caught by Voodoo. And a big scoop slam there onto Oliver Pease. Off the ropes. Voodoo goes for the leg drop. Pease moves out of the way and gets the tag to Lewis Howley. Now 2-on-1 double drop kick. Howley with a cover there. Mal Mason admonishing Pease, saying you've been in the ring too long. Therefore, Lewis Howley only gets the 1 count. And now Voodoo is tagged out to his partner in crime, Snare. Snare charges in. Lewis Howley there was not going to be there for him when he came. Now, Lewis Howley, arm wringer, in control. Shoulder charges to the shoulder, putting pressure on that arm and that socket. Whips off the ropes, goes for the shoulder. No, big shoulder check there by Snare. Lewis Howley's not a small guy, but look at the size of Snare. Look at the girth of Snare. The ropes twice. Hops over by Lewis Howley. Goes for a hip toss and goes down. Lovely fireman carry takeover and big leg drop onto that arm. Again attacking that arm, that left arm of Snare. Lewis Howley stone control. Up to vertical base and going for that arm again. Looking to break that arm, wrench that socket out, damage it beyond recognition. Lewis Howley, my apologies, Oliver Pease there with the blind tag. Behind, big double axe handle again onto that left arm of Snare. And this is smart tag team wrestling. Not only cutting off the ring, but also working a single body pot there. And that half Northern Lights fireman's carry takeover, call it what you will. Again, putting pressure on that arm as the way it was held as it went over. And Oliver Pease is doing some smart wrestling. As he leg drops onto that arm, yet again, pressure on that left arm of Snare. Winds up that arm, blind tag there by Lewis Howley. What's going to happen here? Lewis Howley off the second rope, double stamp onto that arm. And how that arm has not been broken in several places so far, I will never know. Howley with his hole in. What's going to happen here? Just drops the knees on the arm again, looking to break that arm of Snare. It's good tactic, good tag team wrestling again. Like I said, another blind tag. Tags are coming in quick and thick and fast from Peace Lightning as Oliver Pease on the second rope again goes for that double axe handle and again registers. Now then, a tag. The amount of tags that have happened between Peace Lightning in the past 2 minutes, I have lost count of. As they go in there looking for a double suplex. Needs a 2 to get him over, but not happening there. And, well, Snare is blocking that suplex attempt. Oh my God! Snare suplexing both of Peace Lightning at the same time. That was impressive. Makes a tag to Voodoo. And Voodoo now is cleaning house. sending Oliver Peace to the ringside area, out of the ring, and now it's just Lewis Howley and Voodoo has got a message for Lewis Howley, which that clubbing forearm and that strike straight to the face of Lewis Howley is going to clearly deliver. Look, just choking Lewis Howley there, and Voodoo just looking into the eyes of official Mal Mason. You know Voodoo knew exactly what he was doing there, and he took advantage of every single second he had that choke on Lewis Howley. Lewis Howley coming back there, kicks, but big boot by Voodoo sends Howley back to the canvas. I mean, Oliver Peace there tried to get back in. Now they're having it being admonished by the referee, allowing the double team there, the non-tag double team, to happen in the opposite corner. I mean, Voodoo's big enough to destroy several people on his own, let alone when you have Voodoo and Snare at the same time. Crowd now trying to spur Lewis Howley on to make the tag to Oliver Peace, but he's a long way out of that corner. It may only seem like a couple of meters, but against these two monsters, a couple of meters must seem like a couple of miles. Now, clubbing forearm over the back there of Lewis Howley by Snare. Snare, the lateral press, gets two only. And looking for the scoop slam there with Snare. Snare gets a big scoop slam straight in that centre of the ring. Going for an elbow drop, lands that elbow, that weight of Snare straight on the ribcage of Lewis Howley. How he did not stay down for free there, I will never know, as now Snare has got that chin lock on Lewis Howley. Lewis Howley is in major no man's land at the moment. Looking for some elbows though, looking to try and work his way, find his way out of him, but grabs him by whatever hair Lewis Howley has. And just takes him to the canvas now there. Tag team wrestling, tags out to Voodoo. And double team Irish whip off the ropes. Slams him down and make a wish there. Lewis Howley's Voodoo and Snare are just massive tag team offense there on the ground. Now counts him, he's got a 2. Only gets a 2 there, maybe a hook of the leg, it might be a different story. Voodoo is in control. The crowd want Lewis Howley to make that tag, but at the moment he can't. That is the last thing on his mind. The pain and being choked there by that boot of Voodoo. And look at Voodoo just throwing Oliver Peace off the apron there. Manhandling two people at the same time. Voodoo sends him into the corner. And opposite corner going on to whips in the corner again. Look at that shoulder charge there by Voodoo. That is lethal. Sends him into Irish whip to the opposite corner. Yet again, Voodoo goes in and Voodoo misses. Now can this be the chance? Lewis trying to take advantage. He probably went for the tag. He didn't do. Lewis though still kind of got his bearings about him on the outside there. Rolls into the ring, goes off the ropes. Voodoo there. Oh, wow. Voodoo with a cross-body block of his own. Gets two only. Some amazing agility there for such a big guy. Now, makes a tag to Snare, and my God, the ribs of Lewis Howley must be crushed, but only gets a 2 count. Could you imagine the weight of Snare directly onto the rib cage? That must shatter ribs. That's the corner again. Big back body drop there by Snare as Lewis Howley came out the corner. Now lateral press by Snare, gets 2 and only gets a 2. This has been all monsters at the moment. This has been just monster pain, monster offense. The tag has been made. Voodoo's back in the ring. Snare is just finishing off Lewis in the corner whilst Voodoo makes his way back in. Now, the two monsters dragging Lewis Howley off of that corner. And again now, Peace just out of nowhere. Oh, God! That was crazy. Voodoo there slingshotting Lewis Howley directly into that massive fist of Snare. Still in control now, Snare and Voodoo. Voodoo in the ring at the moment with Lewis Howley. And Voodoo here going for a bit of old school. Wow! Massive, massive strike right on the back of the shoulders and the neck of Lewis Howley, and Oliver Peace there saw the danger, got in and broke up the pin attempt. And I'm not quite sure Voodoo knows what to say there. They're calling Voodoo a cheat. I'm not quite sure Voodoo knows what to say, what to make of that, even if English isn't his first language. Now Voodoo back into the corner again, whipping Lewis off into the opposite corner with the block there by Lewis Howley off the second rope. What Lewis Howley's there, moonsault, beautiful moonsault there by Lewis Howley. But this whole offense of the Monsters has just taken so much out of Lewis, he could not even get the cover. And now the crowd really trying to get Lewis Howley back into this so he can make that tag to Peace. Give Peace a chance in this matchup now. But Snare's got the tag from Voodoo. Snare's back in, cuts off Lewis. And straight back onto those clubbing forearms. And they're not quite sure what's going on. Roundabout whip there sends Lewis Howley into opposite corner. Lewis Howley there manages to find his feet from that back body drop and makes a hot tag there to to Oliver Peace. Now Peace, clotheslines, elbows, clotheslines, not knocking anybody down, but my God, they still must be hurting. That was clever as Oliver Peace ducks the clothesline there. Now both the Monsters are reeling. Oliver Peace is on that top rope. Double drop kick there by Oliver Peace. And both Monsters are on the floor. Peace there with his elbows and his forearms went to send Snare into the corner. Look at that reversal. Peace rolls opposite corner, second row, beautiful crossbody. Got the cover, but also got the pin attempt disrupted by Voodoo. Now Voodoo calling for a choke slam, double choke slam maybe. Lewis Howley's in the ring, manages to save Oliver Peace, and super kick there by Lewis Howley. Oliver Peace going for some forearms. This tag match has broken down. Double suplex, maybe, yes, finally, double suplex for Peace Lightning onto that monster that is Snare. And the crowd wants to see both Oliver Peace and Lewis Howley get to that top rope now. Is it really the best of ideas? They must both be hurting something chronic from early on as Oliver Peace has just been sent off that top rope. And Lewis Howley going for the double axe handle has been caught by that, oh my God, been caught by that monster Snare. Is he going for the chokeslam? Double chokeslam there by those two Monsters. Can this be it? Two? It is. It's over. That is free. It's the most nonchalant cover you'll see, but after a chokeslam as devastating as that, it was all that was required to keep Lewis Howley's shoulders onto the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the winners of the contest for the 1-4 required, the team of Voodoo and Snare, the Monsters!
And the Monsters have dominated here tonight in Tamworth. My God. What a force to contend with. WrestleForce, I'm not sure even they realise how dangerous these two are together.
The winners of the contest, Voodoo and Snare, the Monsters!
My God.
Two young men who put up a valiant
They are
effort.
dangerous.
Appreciation, please, for Lightning, Lewis Howley and Peace!
Crowd there showing appreciation to Peace and Lightning, but yeah, they are your winners. And again,
come on, what do you think of the winners?
the mind games continue by Voodoo. My God, they are scary and they are dangerous.
Okay. There they go, ladies and gentlemen. Lightning, Lewis, Howley, and Peach. Come on, Peach Lightning.
And the crowd there showing appreciation to Oliver Peace and Lewis Howley,
Give
but
Peace a chance,
unfortunately they only came off second to those two monsters here tonight in Tamworth.
Two young men who put up a valiant effort. I wouldn't want to be in against.
But now, folks, coming up next, it is the International Championship match. The WrestleForce International Championship will be defended by Zulu Warrior